With the Southern 500 being run this weekend, I figured I'd tell the short story of the 1950 Southern 500, the Lady in Black's first appearance. In 1948, former racer Harold Brasington attended that year's Indianapolis 500. Brasington saw the great racing and fan turnout, and he was impressed. This lit a fire under Brasington, who then set out to construct a raceway of his own in his hometown of Darlington, South Carolina. So after purchasing 70 acres of land from local farmer Sherman Ramsey, Darlington Raceway would rise from the old farmland and a legendary racetrack was born. Around this time, one of Brasington's old racing friends would start up a racing league called NASCAR, and in 1950, the two would join forces for the first time. However, this wouldn't go as smoothly as most would have wanted. Asphalt races weren't too common in NASCAR at the time, and most races were still ramshackle affairs on dirt tracks in someone's backyard. This would set the race up for chaos, as no one knew at the time what asphalt would do to the tires. You might have guessed this by now, but quarter-mile dirt track tires aren't going to stand a chance at a 1 1/4 mile asphalt track where the speeds are much higher. Firestone supplied IndyCar and NASCAR at the time, but IndyCars were obviously much lighter. This race was set up to be pretty rough, and it was. Qualifying was staged across 2 weeks, much like the Indianapolis 500 at the time. 80 entries would grace the track for the inaugural event, and 75 cars would qualify for the race, which is just crazy to even think about. Curtis Turner would be on pole with an average speed of 82.034 miles an hour. For context, the pole speed for the 1980 Southern 500 was 153 miles an hour. The race would be just like this as well, as the tire issues we spoke about before wouldn't be resolved in time. South Carolina Governor Strom Thurmond was the Grand Marshal, and 25,000 people would come to Darlington, South Carolina for this race. The 25,000 people in attendance would see a 6-hour and 38-minute parade. The average speed for the winner, Johnny Mance, was 75.25 miles an hour. This clip of me driving my shifter cart on a disused airfield shows me driving at 74. The drivers had to pit so often that it's rumored that teams scavenged tires from passenger vehicles just to complete the race. As an IndyCar driver, Johnny Mance understood the damage that asphalt would do to tires, especially tires fitted on a 2-ton stock car. As a result, Johnny Mance fit heavy-duty truck tires on his car and won by 9 laps as a result. By the time this upcoming weekend comes to a close, one of the drivers to crank over their engines on Sunday will be awarded the Johnny Mance Trophy. So despite the inaugural edition being a train wreck, it went down in the history books as the inaugural edition for one of the crown jewels of NASCAR.